Bruh! The hype was off the charts today for My Hero. Fuck, we knew that this episode, this was gonna be the one right here. This, for me, I was I'll make sure to keep these reviews as I do them. You know, they will be, manga spoiler free, right? So I'm not going to go into like details beyond what we've seen in the anime, but like, you know, there are moments for season 3 specifically that are still to come that many more people are looking forward to. But for me, I knew that this was going to be the episode. The end of this fight in this episode was going to be the shit I was looking forward to, and fuck, did it deliver. Oh my god. I don't even know. I can't compose my thoughts to, like, break the shit down. It's just, oh my god. Yo, Deku, his voice actor is so damn good in so many of these moments. Fuck! So, this was a fire episode. The first half is more or less kind of just, like, settling things into place for, like, continuous fights and things that are going to be happening throughout the rest of this arc. We see Eraserhead is taking the students who failed the finals back to the kind of like campus building that they've got, and they hear from Mandalay using her telepathic quirk that, you know, villains have shown up. So Eraserhead, you know, races out to go help and, you know, try and bring some of the kids back to the safety of kind of the camp that they're at, the building, the main like headquarters of the forest camp. And as Eraserhead goes outside, he's jumped by Dabi. We see Todoroki and Bakugo. They are continuing through the forest, and they happen to come across, I believe the villain's name is Moonfish. They have not yet revealed his power or what he does in the anime as of yet, but they do also see a severed arm on the ground. And Bakugo kind of asks Todoroki, like, yo, who was in front of us again? And it was Tokiyami and Shoji. So one of the two of them likely happened to lose an arm to this villain. There is a big fight going on with Mandalay and the Tiger Fucker fighting against a couple of villains. Like, there's just, this arc is really, like, well done in the aspect that there's so many different things going on in so many places. Like, there's a bunch of villains. Like, the kids are told explicitly by Mandalay not to use their powers. Like, it's kind of the way, like, the world of My Hero works, right? With the regulations and stuff. Think back to when Todoroki, Deku, and Ida, when they, like, kind of beat Stain, but the police commissioner came in and was like, yeah, that was tight what y'all did, but, you know, it was also illegal, too. Like, y'all can't be doing that. Like, he thanked them, but it's like, you know, we have to sweep this up under the rug or else y'all will actually get in trouble. So even though these fuckers are getting jumped by these villains who got, like, crazy-ass powers, this fucker Spinner, like, you can't tell me he's not just Kisame from fucking Naruto. Especially with that big-ass sword of his, which is just blades and shit all over the place. Like, dog. Like, he comes in, like, when I was reading the manga for the first time, I was like, what the fuck? Why the fuck is Kisame here all of a sudden? What are you doing here, my boy? What? Now, last thing before we get into, like, the main fucking buffet of the episode is Momo. It's revealed that Momo, very quickly as, like, the poison gas started to spread around, Momo was able to use her quirk to create gas masks. So several members of Class B have gas masks, and another member of Class B went to take Momo to go, like, find and save several other members who were kind of scattered in various places. We also do get kind of a little tease that something might have happened to Ragdoll, because we see Mandalay, like, you know, they're fighting, and she's like, yo, Ragdoll hasn't responded, and that's not normal. And then one of the villains, Magne, I think is how you say his name, he's like, well, yeah, it's he, but, like, they refer to him as a she, and, like, I believe, like, when he's talking, like, in Japanese, like, you can use, like, I and me and my and shit, and, like if you're, like, a confident guy or like a humble dude or a girl, like you use like different words like Boku and Ore and all that shit. And I'm pretty sure he like refers to himself as a girl, even though he's he's got like a beard and shit, so he's obviously a guy. Now, Koda is on his cliff. That's the little boy who is not a fan of heroes, doesn't like heroes, doesn't want a jack thing to do with them. He is approached by another of the League of Villains. And this League of Villains member is very fucking psychotic. And like he starts acting crazy and he goes to attack Koda. And we get a shot, like kind of a flashback of Koda watching a news report of when his parents were killed. And it's revealed that this villain who showed up to fight Koda, or well, excuse me, kill Koda, is actually the very same villain who killed Koda's parents. So this is one of those things that a lot of times in like anime, manga, movies, television, I'm not really the biggest fan of, like a giant coincidence like that, but it's like, whatever. To make like the story more exciting, that's how it is. But like this guy who encounters Koda is literally the guy who killed his parents. So the reason Koda hates heroes and hates villains and hates all this shit is because of this fucker right here who's trying to kill him. Now, this guy, Muscular, I believe is his villain name, he does have a distinct mark, like he's missing his left eye, and that was caused by Koda's parents, like in the battle where they were killed, they did permanently injure this fucker, so he has a fake eye, so that's another one of his distinguishing characteristics. Now, Koda is about to be turned into jelly when our boy Deku, like, kind of flies in and manages to grab him. Because remember, Deku had been up on this cliff before, so, like, he knew of where Koda liked to be and all that. So he grabs Koda, and in the process, like, Deku doesn't actually get hit by Muscular's punch, but his cell phone gets destroyed. Now, like, it's funny, as I'm watching, I'm thinking, like, oh, that's so important, because if you guys remember back during the Stain fight, like, Deku shows up, saves Ida, then immediately pulls his phone out, unbeknownst to Stain, and sends his location, and that causes Todoroki to show up, and it's Todoroki showing up that basically allowed them to live and, you know, win. Like, Deku would not have been killed by Stain, but Ida would have been killed by Stain if Todoroki had not shown up. So, this time, Deku's not able to do that because his phone was destroyed right here, saving Koda. In the process, as Deku's standing there, he does, like, it processes in his head. No one knows exactly where I am. So it is me versus this fucker right here. There's no help coming. Nothing is going to happen if I don't take this bitch down. So Deku and Muscular start fighting, and it's just, Muscular is superior to Deku, like, flat out. His quirk, he's able to basically, like, strengthen his muscles and create, like, muscle fibers, so he has, like, insane speed and strength, right? It's just like Deku's quirk, except it's just, like, kind of activated in a different way. And then, obviously, One for All is kind of like, you know, it's a gathering of strength through generations and, like, passed down, whereas this dude is just, like, building up his muscles. But because Deku's not really able to control his shit, Muscular just beats Deku's ass at the start of this fight. He like, I remember I was reading this in the manga, and this first hit this fucker puts on Deku, like, is so fast. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, it's like Deku readies up, and the dude is just, like, on Deku's right, like, out of nowhere, and breaks Deku's, it's his left arm. So Deku, like, for the remainder of the fight, has only got his right arm. Muscular smacks him around a bit, and then Deku gets in and does get a punch on Muscular, but he just blocks that shit. It's like nothing. He's like, oh, that's pretty cool, bitch! And then he Deku gets fucking backhanded. Now, Muscular is really putting pressure on Deku, kind of like, he's like rushing at him. Deku's not getting like direct hit, but like the dude will like punch the ground and creates like a big ass crater, and like the rocks fly up and like knock Deku back. And Koda actually tosses a rock at Muscular from behind, and so that kind of gets his attention, and he's like a sadistic, sick fuck. So, like, he's walking over, he's talking all this shit, talking about, oh, I killed your parents, and, you know, it's annoying, you know, I don't really have a grudge, because I just wanted to kill, that's what I was doing, they just wanted to stop me, they ended up dead, but, like, you know, you can't be telling me to stop when you don't have the power to do anything, like, just being fucking nuts. Now, this shit was so good, the music. Deku comes flying in, and he's like, motherfucker, like, to be a hero, you need to turn that lip service into reality, because that's what Muscular is saying, like, oh, you know, you fuckers, like, oh, you're gonna save Koda, you're just talking. And Deku kind of comes in, and he hooks like his broken arm kind of in Muscular's muscle so that like they're like stuck together. And then Deku actually goes 100%, destroys his arm, and fucking bodies this bitch ass Muscular, sends his ass into the mountain with a gigantic 100% hit. Now, this actually knocks Koda over the edge of this cliff they're on, but Deku is able to catch him with his teeth. But as a side result, like, Deku stands up, his left arm is destroyed from Muscular's first hit, and now his right arm is injured from, you know, using 100%, one for all. I always say like all for one and one for all. I always get those fucking mixed up. I don't know, whatever it is I can't, but yes, one for all. When Deku uses 100%, obviously it destroys his body because he's not like able to actually control it yet. So now Deku's in a position where he just has his legs. Both of his arms are destroyed. And Muscular gets up and he's chilling. He's like, oh, word? Oh, we doing this now. And he takes his eye out and puts in another eye. And he's like, remember when I said I was playing around? Dog, I was just playing. You want to do this? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to get serious now, my boy. So Muscular powers up and he starts like speed blitzing Deku. And Deku like thinks like, oh, fuck. He is actually way stronger and faster right now. So when he says he was playing around, he was really just playing around trying to kill us, just having fun and joking around. Now, this motherfucker is actually like really, really out for blood. Now, Deku is basically jumping around and stuff, but he realizes Muscular is faster. He's not going to be able to outrun him. He just wants to save, at this point too, Deku, he doesn't care about like him surviving. Like he just wants to save Koda, right? So all the shit that's going through his head, it's a great scene because like he's like, okay, I could try and run away. No, it's not possible. I'm still tired from the training. I could get to the camp. Aizawa could erase his quirk. Nope, not going to be able to happen. So what Deku does is he realizes he's going to have to go head-to-head with this motherfucker and hope that Koda can run because there's, like, no other way. Like, he can't outrun him, and even fighting him head-on is going to end up with, like, Deku being killed, but he thinks that's his best opportunity to allow Koda to escape. So, this shit is so good because, like he says, like, I'm going to go run in. When it hits, you need to sprint back to the camp. And Koda is like, bruh, both of your arms are destroyed. Like you can't, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. And Deku is just like, my boy, it's gonna be okay. Like, oh, yo, that shit is so good. I'm telling you, listen, all I'm gonna say is that in season 4, there's a very similar scene to this that I am just going to be so fucking ready to see. In the next season, that shit is going to be incredible. But Deku uses 100% again with his destroyed arm previously from 100%. Muscular kind of like turns into like this giant like muscle cannonball. This shit is wild. And he's kind of just like pushing Deku down into the ground. And it's basically like a Dragon Ball Z beam clash just with their fists. Now this scene is incredible too. Like the music, Deku's voice actor is so fucking good. Like the stuff he's thinking, the stuff he's doing. He's getting crushed into the ground, though. Muscular is winning. So Koda uses his quirk for the first time, which is water, just like his parents, and shoots at Muscular. It doesn't really do anything, but, like, Muscular is just like, what? Oh, chill. Don't worry. I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to kill you, bitch. Don't worry. I'm about to come kill you. And that, Deku, listen. Deku did not like hearing that, okay? So what Deku says is, okay, I was using 100% before. That's cool, motherfucker. Let's see how you do against 1,000,000 motherfucking percent. So my boy Deku just gets all the power. He fucking punches through this man, through his muscle. The impact when Deku hits this fucker in the face. That shit is so good. The music, bro. Damn. And he crushes this fucker into the cliff. Again, the music is playing. Koda is like stunned, like Deku didn't know anything about me, like there was no reason for him to do this, and he has like a flashback of Mandalay kind of explaining that one day he'll learn like what it's like to have like a hero, and then they do the scene like Deku is like gonna fall, but he stands back up and like he lets out like a scream of victory, and then it says like my hero on the screen, like fuck, yo, that is the shit right there, boy. Woo! Okay, so Is this the best episode of My Hero? For me, it's in the discussion. Like, I gotta give it more time before I say, like, the best episode. But this, Muscular vs. Deku, bro, chill. Chill. That shit was, whew, it was just way too much. So that's how the episode ends, though. Deku has won. Next week, we'll see what's going on with everyone else. But, oh my god, was this... My Hero is definitely going to be good for years to come. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought about it. Fuck, this shit was good. And I'll catch y'all later.